starting from January 2026, you will start paying so many numerous taxes in what you do. There is income tax, there is VAT, value-added tax, there is corporate tax, right? These taxes comes in different percentages. Some of you are wondering, why are we paying tax in a country where we have bounty, a lot of oil, mineral resources that generates revenue for the government? Because actually tax is meant to generate huge amount of revenue for governments to, conduct their activities. But in the case of Nigeria, why do we have to pay tax when these revenues are there? Let me tell you something you do not know. You see, all this money your leaders have been borrowing all this while. Some of the, the concessions, some of the heads of these assets were used as collateral to borrow money. Yes, you might have maybe 15 to 20 oil drilling stations. And what do? They give out some portion of it as a collateral to borrow money. And when you give out this assets for collateral, what do? You lose access to those collateral. So by the time they repeatedly do these things like this, at the end, there will be no more assets to be used as collateral to borrow money. And then guess what? African countries are one of the countries, our countries in Africa, one of the people who actually do not pay tax. You see, this world that we live in, the only thing that everyone is enslaved into is tax. They call it Uncle Sam must come for his own. Yes, Uncle Sam is just like, that thing we do in Nigeria, they call susu, when they do something, oh yeah, susu man don't come, you pay your own, and then he takes and goes. Yes, that is what they refer to as Uncle Sam. Whatever you do, Uncle Sam must take it on, which is the tax. African countries, businesses in Africa, establishments are the only one enjoying exemptions from this whole thing. IMF are not happy with it. World Bank are not happy with it. And other small organizations that actually borrows money to your governments are not happy with it. When China borrows you money, what they do is, they try to have more influence into your system because they believe that money will convert into bigger money for tomorrow. For example, like Nigeria now, Mandarin is a Chinese language. It has been introduced into our curriculum. From JSS3, you go start to learn Chinese. A lot of people will be forced to learn Chinese, which means even when these leaders have passed, in 10, 20 years time, when these leaders are no more, and then you become the leader, you'll be able to communicate with the Chinese that yes, your forefathers borrowed money from us, and these are the interests, these are the terms. You will be able to carefully and smoothly read these terms in Chinese language so you can pay them back their investment in you. Let me now go to the side of the Chinese. Look at the tax system that is coming in. Do you know what happened? That tax system was actually forcefully imposed by the same leaders who goes to them to seek for loan. They said, well, why are your people not paying tax? As it stands now, you have no more collateral to be used for this loan. But right now, this is what we want you to do. Go and impose a very strict tax on your people. And by doing this, you'll be able to pay this loan that we want to give you, including paying other loans that you are owing. And this is what that tax will do to you. If it comes, it does not go. Now they are starting with 25%. A leader may come tomorrow and they will tell you that, well, 25% tax is no longer working. We'll take it to 30%. Another one will come, they will take it to 40%. Another one will take it to 50%. As it stands now, African countries are the only countries that are not being enslaved with this tax system. You understand what I mean? But guess what? It is coming to your doorsteps now. All your assets have been squandered. They borrow money, and then when they take this money, they use it to fund their life, buy properties abroad, do everything because they know they only have very short term governing you. By the time they are out, okay, every malam within kettle, whatever you see in the system, you manage it yourself. But if you're going to allow that, well, you should be able to bear that. Because right now, the way it is just few months from now to January. And you see how this tax system will bite hard. Whatever you buy, you will see the price and they will tell you without tax. Yes, if you buy a solar and the solar costs 1.5 million, you should know that you are negotiating just for the price. After everything, they will tell you, okay, they will add plus 25%. That is what you do. Well, this is a little truth about this tax system that is coming. Because as I look at the way I look at things, that Nigeria is a blessed country blessed with so many resources. But what are these resources for? How do these resources, how do they impact on the system and the livelihood of the people? Well, the government do whatever they know how to do best because the people are docile. I'm not the one who said it. Amechi said it. You people are the most docile people on earth. A leader will come tomorrow and say he is going to be a lifetime president. Guess what? You will not do anything. This is View Africa. Don't forget to follow if you've not followed. See you again on next topic.